up with were with our pantry. It wasn't light tight, so we had to use extra pieces of cardboard and very strong tape to cover the holes on the outside. We had to make it airtight so that no light would come through. So we used Velcro to get as close to an airtight, light-tight seal as we possibly could. One time when we started running our testing for our code is we had a problem with some of the wires touching and some really weird things happened to our LED light board. So we had to unplug the microbit from the battery pack and re-plug it in and adjust our alligator cables so that they were no longer touching. We also had problems with our, we'll go ahead and disarm this so I think, make sure it doesn't go off for us. We tried to tape everything to the door of the pantry, but it was not very aesthetically pleasing, and it wouldn't shut because of the shelf in the pantry. So we decided to tighten everything up and use a piece of cardboard and tape everything down behind it. Now, one of the negative things about us with the microbit is we can no longer get to the reset button, but we found a back door where we could just basically unplug the battery pack to reset everything, and then we could arm it and disarm it as we so chose. We had some issues with the coding too, because we weren't exactly sure how to make sure that something in the forever loop could be stopped, and JP helped us set our A and B button so that they would work out, that when we push them it would disarm and arm our program so that all the components would work correctly. Hope you enjoyed our presentation. Good morning. I'd like to introduce a new product to you, Safe from You. We've built a prototype of a pantry. One of the problems I have that I like to sneak the delicious food inside. Most people, in order to keep themselves away from that delicious food, hang a photo of themselves in a swimsuit on the front, but I don't want to scare the guests away from my house. So we came up with something new. So how the product works is when you open up the pantry and our device is armed, it will give you an unflattering set of X's and the terrible, awful funeral tone. Once you've got the point, you can go ahead and hit the B button to disarm the device. Now it'll take a second for it to continue to run through its code, so you might see an extra X or maybe a few notes, but it will shut off after that. When you finally have the point, you can press the A button and rearm it, and as soon as it senses the light from when you open it, it starts that horrible sequence again, keeping you from getting into the bad food in your pantry.